Have you ever felt that strange moment when your joints start aching for no clear reason, right around the same time you're trying to get your blood sugar under control? One of my patients once shared that she thought her knee pain was just another sign of getting older. But every time her blood sugar spiked, the pain crept in like a quiet shadow. And I want you to imagine this with me for a moment. You're eating better, watching your sugar, doing your best to take care of yourself, yet your joints feel stiffer, heavier, almost as if something deeper is happening beneath the surface. I've seen this story play out countless times in my years of caring for older adults. Many seniors put in the effort to manage their blood sugar, but instead of feeling better, they start sensing new aches in their hands, knees, or hips. It's confusing, it's frustrating, and it makes so many people wonder if something is quietly going wrong inside their bodies. The truth is surprisingly simple, yet rarely explained. Blood sugar spikes can trigger inflammation deep inside the joints, long before any obvious symptoms appear. It's a silent process, and because it doesn't announce itself right away, most people don't realize what's happening until the pain begins to speak for them. Doctors don't avoid this topic on purpose. The reality is that appointments are short, and there's often no time to unpack the deeper biochemical effects of glucose swings on aging joints. But understanding this connection can change everything. That's why in this video, we're going to explore how blood sugar spikes quietly inflame joint tissue, why older joints are more sensitive to glucose fluctuations, the hidden warning signs most seniors miss, the everyday habits that worsen inflammation, and the simple science that helps it all make sense. We'll uncover a truth many older adults have never heard, but absolutely deserve to know. I hope you'll stay with me until the very end, because what we cover today can help you protect your joints at any age. And if you find this kind of guidance helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share the Senior Health Daily channel so we can keep supporting our community together. In the next part, we'll begin breaking down exactly how this hidden connection affects your daily life. When we start talking about the relationship between blood sugar and joint pain, most people expect two separate conversations, one about metabolism and diabetes, another about aging joints and arthritis. But the truth is that these two worlds have been deeply connected inside your body for years, often without you realizing it. Today, I want to guide you through this connection in a way that feels human, honest, and deeply empowering. Picture us sitting in a quiet room, talking about your health the way two people who genuinely care about your future would talk. Let's begin with the hidden truth many seniors never hear. The hidden truth about joint pain and blood sugar. The first thing I want you to know is this. Blood sugar spikes do not just affect your energy or your weight. They affect your joints in ways most people never recognize. After you eat a meal high in refined carbohydrates, glucose in your bloodstream rises quickly. This sudden jump triggers inflammation, because your body releases chemical messengers designed to bring that sugar level back down. These same chemicals can irritate the tissue surrounding your joints, including the cartilage that cushions your bones. What makes this even more complicated for older adults is that aging naturally slows down the way we process glucose. When you were younger, your body cleared sugar from your bloodstream quickly, often within minutes. But as hormones shift and metabolism slows, this sugar stays in your bloodstream longer. That means the inflammatory chemicals stay active longer too. It is this extended exposure that leads to a buildup of discomfort over time. The reason many seniors don't feel the pain immediately is because this process is silent at first. It's happening deep inside your joints without obvious signs. You don't wake up the next day and feel pain simply because you ate a cookie. The damage is gradual. Over months and years, these tiny inflammatory episodes begin to wear down the cartilage. Eventually, the pain arrives like an unwelcome guest, and because it shows up slowly, many people assume it's simply age catching up with them. But the truth is that age alone rarely tells the whole story. The daily swings in blood sugar play a massive role in how your joints feel. Let's take this a step further and explore exactly how these blood sugar spikes create inflammation in your joints. How blood sugar spikes cause joint inflammation. Think about your bloodstream as a river carrying nutrients, oxygen, and information to every part of your body. When blood sugar spikes, insulin surges into this river to help bring the sugar back down. Insulin does its job well, but there is a side effect. The sudden spike in insulin triggers inflammatory chemicals that travel alongside it. They enter your joints and irritate the cartilage and the delicate lining that keeps your joints moving smoothly. To help you visualize this, imagine your joint fluid like clean water in a glass. When your blood sugar rises suddenly, it is almost as if someone pours syrup into that glass. The fluid becomes thicker, stickier, and less able to cushion the joint. Movement becomes harder, your steps feel heavier, and the joint begins to stiffen. Another way to understand this is to picture small fires being lit inside the tissue around your joints. Every time your blood sugar spikes, the flames flare up. When your sugar comes back down, the flames fade but never fully disappear. Over years, the constant flaring weakens the structure of your joints and accelerates pain. This process explains why so many seniors report more knee, hand, or hip pain after sugary meals or snacks. It's not in your imagination. There is real physiology behind it. Once you understand this, you can begin to see patterns in your own life that may have gone unnoticed for years. And that brings us to a conversation almost no one is having, yet so many seniors deserve to hear. The blood sugar joint pain connection. No one talks about, most people think of osteoarthritis and blood sugar issues as two completely different problems. But the truth is that high blood sugar accelerates cartilage breakdown in ways that mimic and worsen arthritis. When glucose levels stay high or spike often, sugar molecules attach themselves to collagen, which is the main protein in your joints. This process weakens the collagen, making it more brittle. A patient of mine once told me that her hands felt old after meals. She chalked it up to aging, but when we tracked her meals, we discovered her blood sugar would spike sharply every afternoon after certain snacks. Not long after those spikes, she would feel a wave of stiffness in her fingers. When she changed her eating habits, the stiffness improved dramatically within weeks. Many seniors misinterpret these signals. They think arthritis is accelerating when in reality, their blood sugar is silently sabotaging their joints. Understanding this connection helps people take back control instead of feeling helpless. Now let's dive deeper into the long-term impact of high sugar levels on joint health. Silent joint damage. From high blood sugar. High blood sugar doesn't only spark short-term inflammation, it also causes something called glycation. Glycation happens when excess sugar binds to proteins like collagen. Over time, this creates advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. These AGEs make your joint tissue stiff and unable to stretch and move the way it used to. As cartilage loses elasticity, it becomes less effective at absorbing shock. Every step you take puts more pressure on the joint. The lubrication inside the joint also thickens, reducing its ability to glide smoothly. These small mechanical changes add up. Micro-damage builds quietly year after year, until eventually the joints begin to ache, especially in the mornings or after sitting for long periods. Many seniors only feel pain after years of invisible damage. This is why catching the connection early matters. Once you understand what's happening, you can take steps to support your joints before the pain becomes constant. But you may wonder why older adults are more sensitive to these changes. Let's talk about that next. Why blood sugar hurts your joints more as you age. Aging is not the enemy, but aging changes how your body processes sugar, how it repairs tissue, and how quickly inflammation settles. Hormones shift. Muscle mass decreases, circulation slows, and the ability to clear inflammatory chemicals becomes less efficient. This means that a sugar spike that wouldn't have caused much trouble in your 30s can trigger noticeable stiffness in your 60s or 70s. Your cartilage also loses moisture with age, making it more vulnerable to irritation. Even mild inflammation feels amplified. Think of it this way. Younger joints are like fresh rubber bands. They stretch and rebound easily. Older joints are more like rubber bands that have been used for years. They still work, but they need to be handled with more care. Now, let's look at the everyday habits that worsen inflammation when combined with blood sugar swings. Inflammation triggers from glucose spikes. Blood sugar spikes don't happen in isolation. They interact with your lifestyle in powerful ways. Lack of sleep makes your body more sensitive to inflammation. Stress raises cortisol, which pushes your blood sugar even higher. Dehydration thickens your joint fluid. Refined carbs push your glucose levels upward quickly. Skipping meals makes your blood sugar crash, then spike even higher when you finally eat. Nighttime eating increases inflammation when your body is least prepared to handle it. And unbalanced snacks can cause quick swings that your joints feel almost immediately. Once you understand how all these factors intertwine, you can begin to modify your habits gently and gradually, with compassion instead of pressure. And before we move further, if this is opening your eyes and helping you understand your body in a new way, please like, subscribe, and share Senior Health Daily so we can keep bringing life-changing guidance to our senior community. Now let's continue. Joint pain warning signs. From blood sugar. Your body sends signals long before the pain becomes severe. Morning stiffness is a major red flag that blood sugar swings may be affecting your joints. Pain after sugary meals is another powerful sign. Many seniors experience bloating paired with joint ache and never connect the two. Fatigue after eating can point to glucose fluctuations. Sudden pain in your knees or hands may appear on days when your diet was higher in hidden sugars. The more you pay attention, the more patterns you begin to see. And once you see them, you can change them. How high blood sugar damages aging joints. Let's talk about long-term changes in simple terms. High glucose sticks to proteins in your joints. Once that sugar attaches, it is very difficult to reverse. That stickiness creates a stiffness in your connective tissue that makes movement harder. Over time, your joints lose their natural cushioning, like a mattress that has been slept on for decades. One of the best analogies I can give is this. Imagine cooking a sweet sauce in a pan. If you let the sugar thicken too long, it sticks to the bottom and becomes hard. The same thing happens inside your joints. High sugar levels cause proteins to harden, making movement more painful. This is why consistent blood sugar management matters, even if you don't have diabetes. The surprising link between glucose and joint pain. One of the most surprising things I tell my patients is that even borderline blood sugar affects joint health. You do not need to be diabetic to experience this connection. Sugar spikes can worsen arthritis more dramatically than weight or age alone. What makes this even more tricky is that many healthy foods contain hidden sugars. Flavored yogurt, granola bars, fruit juices, protein drinks, and even some soups can cause unexpected spikes. Seniors often think they're eating well, but are unknowingly triggering inflammation. Understanding these hidden sources gives you power. Once you know where the spikes come from, you can avoid them without feeling deprived. Senior joint pain caused by sugar fluctuations. Sugar swings are just as harmful as consistently high sugar levels. When your blood sugar drops too low, your body releases hormones to bring it back up. These hormones create more inflammation. The result is pain that seems to come and go without explanation. Many seniors describe this as good days and bad days. But once you connect the dots, you realize those days often match your eating patterns. Let's finish this section with something hopeful and empowering. What seniors can do to protect their joints. There are gentle, supportive steps you can take every day. Eating slower carbs helps stabilize your glucose. Pairing meals with protein reduces sugar spikes. Drinking water before and after meals supports joint lubrication. Omega-3 calm inflammation. Light movement after eating helps your body process glucose more smoothly. Consistent sleep resets your inflammation cycle. Gentle stretching keeps your joints mobile. Strengthening your core supports your hips, knees, and back. None of this requires perfection. It requires awareness, small changes, and patience with yourself. Real stories that inspire hope. I've watched seniors in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s reclaim their mobility by focusing on stabilizing their blood sugar. One woman, age 75, struggled with hand pain so severe she couldn't open jars. Within 8 weeks of managing her sugar swings, her pain decreased dramatically. Another man, age 68, told me he could walk up the stairs again without stopping halfway. Their stories are reminders that healing happens when we support our bodies the way they deserve. Your story can be next. As we reach the end of our time together today, I want you to take a slow breath and let one simple truth settle in your heart. The joint pain you feel when your blood sugar rises is not a sign of failure. It is not your body giving up on you. It is your body speaking to you, asking for understanding, asking for steadiness, asking for care. When pain shows up, it is not punishment. It is communication, and the moment you begin to listen, everything starts to change. Once you understand the cause behind this kind of joint pain, you can finally take meaningful steps to protect your health. You're no longer guessing. You're no longer feeling lost. You begin moving with purpose instead of fear. That clarity gives you power. It allows you to shape your future, not simply react to it. And when you act from knowledge rather than confusion, the body responds in beautiful ways. Through all of this, I hope you never forget to show gratitude to the body you live in. This body has carried you across thousands of days, through joy and grief, through storms and celebrations. It has protected you, held you upright, and walked with you through every chapter of your life. It deserves compassion. It deserves nourishment. It deserves your patience and your gentle touch. When you treat your body with love, it has an extraordinary ability to return that love to you in the form of resilience and healing. There is always hope. No matter your age, your joints can recover. They can strengthen, soften, and feel lighter. Healing doesn't require dramatic changes. It happens through small, consistent habits that build a healthier future one day at a time. And you are capable of those steps. You always have been. Thank you for being here with me. Remember that Senior Health Daily is by your side in every season of your journey. If today's message brought you clarity or comfort, please subscribe, like, and share so we can continue growing this community and help more seniors live stronger, healthier lives. You are never alone, and your best days can still be ahead.